Hey guys, so I'm here in Lansing with Casey, one of the owners of GLK Genetics, and Casey's going to talk to you about his experience. Here's their logo, Kush. Old Panamaniacs out back doing what he needs to do. But I wanted Casey to talk to you guys about his experience of both working with me as a service provider to the cannabis industry, and then the results that he got doing Reheat. Energy. You and I talk about the energy all the time about it.
Yeah, so we bought a turnkey facility here in Lansing in 2022, and it was set up with the standard, your high pressure sodium bulbs, Quest dehumidifiers, your standard residential, 5-ton units, just what we call kind of like a Michigan special, and we were having a lot of problems with the dehumidification. Requests were failing constantly. Yeah. We were losing harvest due to it, having to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning multiple nights a week and come and troubleshoot and deal with things, and it became a real pain in the butt. So basically, we decided to go with the Reheat system, the Cannabis Mechanical Special we'll call it, and we realized we couldn't do it normally, so we had to do the gas reheat, which is where we brought you up and Pierce up to look at our building, and you guys kind of came up with this fix for us having two gas heaters, and we went through with it, and what we realized as time went on was that it ends up working really well in Michigan because the MCF is so low. And
what is that? You use
the gas, the natural gas. It's your MCF is like your unit of measurement for
Gotcha.
how much gas you're using. So
Gotcha.
Michigan has one of the lowest costs per MCF in the United States. So instead of having it's the electric strips, are the normal way that people do it.
We do that a lot.
That's
the easiest form to do it.
Exactly, and in a lot of southern states, from my understanding, the kilowatt hour is very affordable.
And Oregon, Washington.
Yeah. Now here, Michigan, it's a little bit different. Electricity is a little bit more expensive, so the gas reheat hack really worked out well for us and allowed us to cut our bills. We got 4 rooms. We did 2 rooms with the reheat, and our bill was $28,000 a month. And then
for what?
For electricity, $28,000 a month, just kind of floating right around there
with dehumidifiers and no reheat.
Yeah, with no reheat. And then when we added the reheat in half the building, it took it down to about $14,000 a month.
What do you think stopped using electricity?
I think
turning off the dehumidifiers?
Yeah, I definitely think turning off the Quest made a huge dent into the bill. And then I noticed, I just don't think the HVAC systems work as hard with the reheat system in place. They seem to be working.
Well, we took a load off of them.
Well, yeah, exactly. And they don't break as much anymore either. That's the other thing. We don't
Things
have to
stabilized.
We don't have to put refrigeration in it as much. There's just all sorts of things. The fans don't break. I mean, it's overall, we've had very few issues with the reheat rooms, and we constantly still have issues with the standard room. And that's why we're converting the rest of the building to reheat and LED, because it's a pain in the butt. So we're really happy with the reheat, and just the 1% dead band is really the thing that is just.
Didn't you tell me your data monitoring company contacted you and said, "What are you doing in this room?"
Yeah. One of the crop steering companies contacted Brian, and they didn't know what we were doing in the room because we had such a tight deadband. We could do dry backs a little bit differently and a lot more effectively than you can in a room that's got like a 20% deadband.
So I say this. I want somebody else to say it. Rooms that are in reheat are now growing better flower than rooms with dehumidifiers.
Yeah, I mean, the cost per pound is well below $300.
What about the flower, though?
And the flower is phenomenal. It's more resiny. I would say it's more terpy. I mean, overall, the product that comes up, we call it like our flower, our reheat flower, and we call it the spaceship room because it really is. I mean, it allows us to do things that you can't with the standard grow.
I know.
And that was noticed, by the crop steering companies, and they're like, "What are you guys doing in here?" And it's like, "Well, we got a little something,
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, this is crazy reheat." So, yeah, overall, I can't say enough good things about it, and it's given me and Brian, my business partner, peace of mind. Knowing that that room's just going to be humming right along, and it's not doing this either. It's doing this,
right,
and that's what we like to see.
And soon you're converting more rooms.
Yeah, the rest of the building, and I honestly don't know what our bills are probably going to go lower. I don't know how they can go lower, but they're going to go lower because we're taking out, not using all the mini
turning electricity off,
just dumping the BTUs into the room and making the HVAC work extra hard, and it's just a whole different ballgame. Obviously, there's a learning curve with going to Reheat, but people need to be open and willing to learn. A lot of people in this industry are super stuck in their ways, and they want to do it the way they've always done it, and they're going to use high pressure sodium, and they're going to use Quest, and they're going to use this type of HVAC system. It doesn't. People have to adapt. I mean, the market's changing with price compression and things like that. You have to be really, really, really diligent and watchful of what you're paying for to make that pound of weed.
So I got a question about one of your business names is genetics.
Mm-hmm.
Do you offer genetics to Michigan?
Yes, we offer genetics and metric. We also sell hemp seeds and things like that. We offer all sorts of genetic services.
And the reason I ask is a lot of people have contacted me that were here for genetics and then have contacted me that have stood in your two rooms side by side, and then they call me and say, I got to do that.
Yeah, it's night and day difference. And I mean, it's right now we're about to drop a Quest, one of the giant ones. I hope that we don't die doing it because they're so big and heavy. Right. We had to get a scissor lift in here to do it.
I saw Brian out there setting it up.
I know, and I mean, this is the nonsense that we have to deal with, whereas my other room, I don't even think about it. I literally, it's not a worry anymore. Whereas the other rooms every day till we get to harvest is what's going to break, whereas the Reheat room is like, oh great, another good harvest, we got that, we did great numbers, and it's money making. And whereas the standard grow room, and from my experience commercially, has been nothing but a headache. Well,
Casey, I said I was going to keep it short. Me and my family, Pierce and I, we appreciate your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Working
we appreciate you and Pierce, and we look forward to doing more business together. Yeah,
absolutely, Brad. That's why I came by to see you guys, was to recharge and see some of my friends in the industry.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's check out, babe.